Welcome to the Paycheck to Passion Top Tips video podcast, where we bring you the best advice for everyday entrepreneurs from our podcast interviewees. We're at the home and the workshop of Andy Sanchez and his sons, and we're here actually today. Andy's actually at a show, so we're here talking to Aaron and Daniel Sanchez. If you are an artist or a maker, this is a show for you, because really they have taken what they do to the ultimate extent, really. They operate out of a workshop in a very small town in New Mexico, just north of Albuquerque, and yet they have a global reach as far as London, Paris, New York, and other countries as well coming online. So I'm really delighted to be here to talk to them today. If somebody, if they had this passion, if they had this skill and they wanted to make it into a business, what 5 tips would you give somebody like that to make sure that they got it right, they could actually make a living doing it?
Understanding your market would have to be top of the list. You got to know who you're trying to sell to. If I'm selling high-end tables to poor people, it's not going to work. Understanding what the client wants and what their desires are and matching that is probably the first thing. The second thing would be willing to get out of your comfort zone. If you don't risk, you don't succeed. A safe job, a safe product does not lend itself to success. You're going to be set in a certain niche. But by constantly being able to be fluent with your product, to be fluent with your ideas, to really expand your skill level, that's another thing.
You got to be one of a kind if you want to, I guess, be selling to really anybody. If you're just looking at something and being like, okay, well, for coffee instance, I like coffee, so if you're just going to sell more of the same stuff as far as coffee, you're just going to do the really dark stuff like Starbucks and go for that. Well, Starbucks already has that, and they have it consistent, and they have the quality, and they have all those different things. So if you want to do that, you got to be original. You got to think, what is something that is unique that I can bring to the table and be the best at? So that's how we feel about our business, because there are now, Juniper is actually a decent table. People like it, and so there's a lot of people from Mexico and from other parts of the country that are taking Juniper and making tables like we do, but they don't put inlays in them. They don't do any of that kind of thing. So we could sell Juniper tables like that, but we've always thought, well, how can we bring something to the table?
Yeah, that is unique.
Yes.
It has to be unique. It has to set you apart from the rest of the crowd. Getting fluent in the internet has helped us to broaden our market, because now we can work with people, because we're familiar with internet. We're familiar with how to take pictures and how to upload them and all those little details. It has increased our reach. So now I can work hands-on as if I'm in the same room with a person, and build them a very personal piece, even though they reside in Paris or London.
And then we got to a point where our prices were too high for the people that we were selling to, but they weren't high enough for the people we were targeting. And we didn't know. We just stopped selling tables, and we were kind of frustrated. And luckily, one of our friends that was also selling furniture in that same market came over, and he noticed, hey, Andy, if you just raise your price from $9,000 to $12,000, you'll sell those tables. And that's when Aaron actually had 2 customers fighting over this table that used to be $9,000, now it's $12,000, and couldn't get enough.
Thank you for listening. If you would like more, then all our episodes are available on iTunes or on our website at paychecktopassion.com. There you can find additional resources, you can ask us a question, or just get in touch. See you next time.